Da, 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 ba, da, ba. Oh, is the audio not capturing? Oh my goodness. Properties. This one, I believe. Okay, it should now be... Yeah, okay. Awesome. Damn it, stream behave for Katie. She is so close. There is music. Okay. Was that the only thing, or was there something else wrong with it? Before I start to finish this. Oh. Let's get positioned. Stretch there. And there. Okay. Okay. Well, let's make sure everything sounds correct. Man, I was so close to the end last time. I was half tempted to just go late, but I had a feeling there was a chance that there was a lot left. Not sure if anything else is weird. Seems fine. Good to hear. Because I suppose there's a chance that this stream's like 30 minutes, but there's also a chance this stream's like 2 hours. Like, I have no idea. It's a problem when you play blind. You don't want to limp through the ending character montage and credits either. That's true. Well, while I'm fresh, let's do our best here. Hey, K-Meister. Yeah? The old Burgaroo. It was hidden in your pin that whole time. Oh, Bugaroo. It was hidden in your pin that whole time, right? That shake anything loose from the old brain tree? I don't know. Give me a sec to think. You're the only one who's been directly in contact with him before.
Objection.
Like, I forgot how I do Francisca's voice even. So sad, relying on flawed evidence, desperately trying to make it stick. Well, that's quite enough for now. Next topic, please. Burgaroo. Huh. He's trying to steer us away from our current line of inquiry. You're the one who's been directly in contact with him before. Changing... I know it's not the way to actually do a German accent, but I tend to change W's to V's to help, like, at least distinct Francisca. But changing the who with a V is hard. Vous doesn't sound right. That's French for you all, or like they. Alright. Kay had a one-on-one encounter with him only recently. Vous? Exactly, Dill. Well, it's swapping W for V. Who is an H. Yeah, I think that's why it's so weird. I'm like, this isn't working. What is this if the sound from that point in time had been recorded? Miss Lloyd, how long were you recording... Oh, right. This is what was happening. We were listening to the recording and it turned out Tabby Lloyd is useless and did not record what we wanted her to record. It just has a W in front because language is a good language, says fucking nobody. And yet it's somehow the default, you know? Or default's the wrong word, but it is the most known in the world. Although maybe that's not true anymore. I don't know. Miss Lloyd, how long were you recording the intercepts from the bug for? Start about, let's see now, 2 nights back? In which case, during which time frame would we likely find Miss Saint's voice on that tape? Mr. Saint's voice on that tape? Oh, fuck. I have no idea. Okay. 2 nights ago is when the whole, the president and, Gavel were meeting on the roof. So I don't think that's the one. Last night was when the murder happened. And then this morning is when... This morning, probably? Wait. God, this is the problem with doing this so different. Well, keep in mind. Simeon turned the bug off at a certain point. Okay, I need to reread. Oh, right, because they have the option to turn it off. Because the reason we were trying to get, like, evidence that they said they did stuff, right? Because they told us directly that they were responsible for shenanigans. So what it's actually asking you for is what time would he basically not have anticipated turning it off? Oh, so it's the opposite of what I think. So I guess 2 nights ago then, because nothing quote-unquote happened 2 nights ago. Mr. Saint abducted Kay and took her up to the roof of the big building 2 nights ago. I mean, things happened, obviously, but not the things we're thinking of. Hey, Donnie, you're in time for the finale! I only just started. What if there was a recording from around that time? Miss Lloyd, quickly, play us the tape you have from the night before last. Huh? Oh, sure thing. I was off when you streamed last week, but my back is effed up, so I missed it. Hey, no worries. I was frustrated because I was like, oh, you know what? Let's not stay on this sound. That's the sound of the balloon. Okay, there we go. That's probably, like, noise hell for people, so I was off when you streamed last week. Oh, how's your back doing, though? Is it improving? What did you do? Indeed it is. At around that time, I imagine Mr. Saint would have been transporting you in it. Doing better. Which means he can't have been too far away from you or the bug. Ah, I see, because he was holding her. Is there anything else on the recording, I wonder? Well, bang, ka-ching. That's good. Nerve in my back decided to pinch itself hard. Muscle relaxers are helping. Oof, that sounds awful. I'm glad that it's improving. Wait, that noise! That was a gunshot. Oh yes, this is our final villain, Donnie. Mr. Simeon Saint, the monkey man from the from like chapter 2. Turned out to be, you know, the mastermind. And we're just trying to prove that he is the mastermind. He also is a beast tamer, so he commands animals to do his bidding, hence why he is a cat, a squirrel, and under that is a pig as like a balancing act going on. Also, it looks like English has more speakers than anyone else at the moment, but Mandarin and Chinese is in second place. I had a feeling it would be Chinese. Or Mandarin Chinese specifically, I guess. But I wasn't sure if it had somehow overtaken it at some point. Played hooky and watched Resident Evil 9 long play. Ah. Bzz, bzz. Hey, you turned the bug off then, too, it seems. Unluckily for you, you were a little late in doing so. There's no escaping it now. That gunshot ties you directly to the case. Huh? What are you talking about? Nobody even mentioned a gun. He's wrong. Somebody involved with this case discharged a firearm. I just need to remember who it was and present the piece of evidence that proves it. Which piece of evidence shows that a gun was used in the incident related to this case? I don't know. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. You were crushed. Oh, gunshot residue. This is why you gotta read your evidence, guys. Gunshot residue detected on the right hand. Flecks of yellow substance struck on the clothing identified as lion lily pollen. I'm astonished Hindi isn't higher, but I guess India must not have a monolithic single major language. So one of my students is Resident Evil fan, so we got to talk shop. Ooh, that's nice. She loves drawing Ida and Leon. Cute. I know a little bit about Leon. I know nothing about Ida other than she wears red and has a short black bob. I don't even know if she's a bad guy or a good guy. Is she a good guy? Okay. It's written right here in the president's autopsy report. Traces of gunshot residue were detected on his hand. I don't know her appeal. I mean, her appeal is you don't know if she's a good guy or a bad guy. If you want a full lecture, ask Jade. Femme fatale. Gotcha. She's hot and probably helps specifically you. Gotcha. Alright. I understand. And where was Kay when the gunshot was recorded? That's right. She was right in the balloon being taken by you to the top of the big building. However, the roof wasn't as deserted as it needed to be. Yes, I was there with the president. Wait, not long after we started talking, he noticed something and told me to leave. And if a gunshot rang out shortly after that, don't tell me you didn't hear it yourself, Mr. Saint. Not when it sounds crystal clear in this recording. So, the fake president shot at the balloon. You're just going to pretend to ignore me. What else do you expect me to do when you keep spouting your weird theories? We didn't just hear a gunshot on that tape. If you listen carefully, you can hear that the bullet hit something too. Could the president have been aiming at Mr. Saint? What would the bullet have struck? Okay, it's gotta be... It's flying... Okay, the balloon, right? Do I have a balloon? Do I have a way to infer the balloon? Okay, it's probably on the last page, right? It is! Okay, right? I shot the balloon. I think the president was firing at the balloon. And if he was, what we heard on that tape could have been a bullet hitting the basket. Let's take a look and see, shall we? Yeah. I assume in here is just like the basics. Yeah, okay. Me and all my friends were around that age when Nemesis came out, and we were all over that shit. So it's age appropriate as far as what I'm concerned. I see. A hole with a bullet stuck in it. There's a bullet hole in the bottom of the basket. I'd call that pretty conclusive proof. Okay, that's been added to the balloon. Well, Mr. Saint, how do you explain not just the sound on the tape, but the accompanying bullet hole? I meant more specifically shipping Ida and Leon and the fangirl type stuff, but fair. Gotcha. I mean, who are Leon's alternatives? The president girl? And I don't know, maybe one of his coworkers that he hangs out with in a different game. I don't know if he has any coworkers other than what's his name? I don't know. I think he speaks Spanish. Luis, is that it? Chris Redfield enters the chat. She also drew the giant baby monster hallucination from Village. Cute. Who else will help continue the bloodline with his sister? Okay. Nope, that's, I mean, you can pretend that he's mimicking that. Oh, it's not cute. It's the scariest, grossest part of the game. Good to know. You see everything, don't you? It's pretty impressive, I have to admit. I doubt there's anything I could hide from you if you really wanted to find it. Just shut up and confess, will you? All right. No need to get cranky. What really happened 2 nights ago? And well, probably not the grossest considering the fish section. Fish sections. Do we need them? No. I'll admit I flew the balloon up on the roof, but when I arrived, Judge Gavel and the president were already there. That came as a surprise, I have to say. Only the president noticed me, and he made a good judge leave right away. Then, he pointed his gun at me and fired. But why was he trying to shoot down the balloon? Oh, that's simple enough. When I arrived, he was just about to murder your friend the judge here. Oh, dear. Me? Yeah, you! You told him about Sean. What did you think would happen? Why do you think he met with you in the first place? He thought you were going to expose him as the imposter. Because she knew the truth about Sean's parentage. He was afraid. Huh, afraid? Yeah, you could say that. The man was a total coward. His hands were shaking so much when he tried to get rid of me, he couldn't even shoot straight. So you see, I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was an innocent bystander. Huntington is Leon's cute coworker, but there is no chance. She's mine alone. Huntington is so not into Leon, he feels comfortable flirting incessantly with her, which is honestly a fun dynamic. Remember Carla? When Monster would try and murder Gavel. Alright. On the roof, but when I arrived, Judge Gavel and the president were already there. That came as a surprise. Have to say, only the president noticed me, and he made a good judge leave right away. Then he pointed his gun at me and fired. Okay. Is he gonna penalize me for pressing the wrong statement? Like, am I gonna take a 30%? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna continue to be a coward and save. I arrived to see at least one game end this month. That's the plan! Embrace the cowardice.
Hold it!
Well, let's see. Around what time would that have been? Just after 11, I think. That's when you and your pal went up on the roof, right, Your Honor? Yes. It was. No contradictions there, but the fact that... Nope. No, that's not Edgeworth's voice, Katie. No contradictions there. But the fact that we've confirmed the time is important nonetheless. And because I arrived when I did. Judge Cabell, the president, were already there. He was surprised.
Hold it!
Simeon does not remember Carla. Carla was an absolute... Simons does not remember Carla. Carla was an absolute simp. There was also so much simping in Resident Evil 6. Isn't that the bad one? Or like the universally like low-rated one, I guess. Katie's so done with this game already. She's having a hard time keeping the voices through the last stream. No, it's just... I don't know, man. There's something about the, like, woo voice that's, like, taken over. It's the weakest. Gotcha, Captain. So, you didn't expect to find the two of them there? Of course not. Why would I? Resident Evil 6 is a giraffe getting a... Okay. Also, yes, the weakest. How could those two sentences be synonymous? But it's lucky I got there when I did. We all know what would have happened if I'd been any later. He was just about to try and kill you, Gavel. You really didn't suspect a thing? I'm afraid I did not. I had no idea. Maybe you shouldn't have blabbed to him about the kid. Did you ever think of that? I'm merely trying to... What kind of mother are you? How you're lucky he didn't kill you, and then go after the boy.
Objection!
Damn. 6 is unmemorable, but co-op was apparently fun. Too many plot threads. The engine for 6 is pretty good, but they do too much with it. AC. I'm your opponent here, not Judge Gavel. Now leave her alone and tell us what we need to know. Chris's section is way too Call of Duty. AC. Don't worry, Your Honor. I'll take it from here. I am in your debt, Mr. Edgeworth. As is shown, I trust that you will look after us both. And I pray that the goddess of justice will watch us over all of us. Your precious goddess didn't even warn you. There was a balloon right behind you. I'd say more Gears of War than Call of Duty, but yeah. I'll be real. I have no... Have I played a shooter before? I don't... The closest would be like Mass Effect games or like Fallout. Fallout would be the only game even remotely close to a shooter I've played. But I don't think I could say of any games other than that I've played that even remotely have shooter elements. Alright, everyone, we need to guilt Katie into playing Dead Space for Spooktober. Why would you do this to me? You already played Dead Space on stream. You played Blood Souls. That there was shooting in that technically. Dead Space co-op. She gets the crazy one. I don't know what that means, but that makes me scared. Only the president noticed me, made a good judge leave.
Hold it!
He made her leave, but why? Wasn't he planning to kill her? I'm still set on making a visual novel for y'all to play in October. Sounds fun. Sure, but I'll bet he didn't want to do it in front of witnesses. Murderers don't tend to like that. She still didn't know he was the real president, right? His secret was safe for the time being. And now that he knew about Sean, he could kill both of them whenever he wanted. You two got lucky when he died, huh? Why the frowns? I'd be smiling from ear to ear if I were you. I don't think anybody will be smiling until this matter has been cleared up once and for all. Dead Space 3 had co-op, and one character was slightly more gone than the other, so they had more hallucinations. Oh, great! So you want me to play the scarier one, is that? Please continue. Kick, kick. Your wish is my command. Where were we? Oh, yeah, the coward of a fake president. I guess the witness suddenly appearing in the sky must have shaken him up pretty badly, and he panicked. Yes. Then he pointed his gun at me and fired.
Hold it!
I'm transparent in my cruelty. I mean, this was EA. Was when EA was militarizing like every game series it had, so the base horror line in it is not as bad, at least. Good to know. You're lucky that the bullet only struck the bottom of the basket. Yeah, I tried to get out of there the second he pulled out of that gun. Couldn't have my balloon going. Pop. But it was close running. So you left right then and there? Of course I did. He was shooting at me. Are you saying there's a problem with that? Does that present a problem? I'm just gonna say yes, but I don't know why. In the end, you managed to leave Kay there, up on the rooftop. Which means you didn't actually leave the vicinity, did you? Gotcha, okay. They did that with Space Marine 2 co-op. Your companions are responding to psychic whispers only they can hear. But if you play as them, you get to hear what they are responding to. I mean, that's neat. I think our best shot at getting her to play a horror game is PE plus point and click. Like, Excavation of Hobbs Barrel by Wadjet. Bubbles got me that for Christmas. Was it last year? The year before, maybe. It was the year before. It is in my Steam account. Which means you didn't actually leave the vicinity, did you? Oh, yeah. I guess I forgot to tell you the next part. After he shot at me, he escaped through the hatch of the 51st floor. I hung around a little longer to make sure the coast was clear, and then I landed on the roof. Dude, how do you know about the 51st floor? Would you mind appending that statement to your testimony? Makes no difference to me. After he shot me, he escaped through the hatch of the 51st floor.
Hold it!
The hatch that leads to the storeroom where the items from the underground auction were kept. The auction? My memories are still a bit fuzzy, but the auction was 2 days ago, right? Indeed. Indeed. The auction was being held on the 50th floor that day. And a bunch of people were going in and out of the storeroom while that happened. That happened, yes? Oh my god, the freaking blue badger face is too much. They were. Which means that if the president really did escape that way, after Mr. Saint says, somebody must have seen him. There's no way he could have passed through there unnoticed. The problem is the time at which each event occurred. But should the times line up, I can think of a certain piece of evidence that could prove helpful in our case. So his story is that he just happened to witness the events on the roof from the balloon. If Simeon hadn't come along when he did, Judge Gavin might have been in serious trouble. So he's basically her savior, right? I don't think it's quite that simple. After all, he was there to commit a crime too. But in order to expose that crime, we'll need to go over his testimony in detail. There must be a hole in it somewhere. Okay, well obviously I gotta present something on this last statement, right? Because it's the added one, and that's usually how this works. There's a few exceptions to that, but... Okay. Shot me, escaped through the hatch on the 51st floor. So the fact that he escaped is weird, right? Because, what was it? Lotta's was watching, right? Didn't see the president pass through.
Objection!
That. On the bright side, this stream isn't going to be just 30 minutes. I should have known better, but, you know. I'm glad I didn't push it then, because if it had just been 30 minutes, I would have felt extra bad. Okay. You're lying to us again. I am. The president never entered the storeroom the night before last. Miss Hart testified to that fact. What? And you believe the word of that two-bit hack over mine? Okay, well, while fair, you're the one who's on trial right now. I beg your gosh-danged pardon. Say that about the chief again, I dare ya. I'll wipe that smile right off of your stupid clown face. So we know that Hart was camped out on the 51st floor that entire evening. But if our fake president didn't escape through there, then how the heck did he get off the roof? An excellent question, and one that I hope to provide the answer to next. We know that he didn't leave via the elevator, and so neither that or the hatch are possible, which leaves only one possible way of escaping off that roof. One message was deleted by a moderator. I see. I appreciate you dealing with that. I didn't even see any of that. How did the president leave the rooftop if it wasn't the elevator hatch? No, that's not. Are they just implying that he got in the balloon after he shot it? I guess. Because it wasn't the elevator and he didn't jump off the side. He didn't go down the hatch, so it...
Take that!
Great. Also, these bots aren't even hiding anymore. How did that one get through? Honestly, not sure. Well, thank you for being on the case. He flew. He flew? Yes, in Mr. Saint's balloon.
Objection.
Whoa. Quit fooling around, will you? Why in the world would I give that guy a lift in my balloon?
Objection.
There was a security camera on the elevator, and Miss Hart was on the 51st floor the whole time. There's no other way he could have left that rooftop.
Objection.
Because balloon rides are fun. Hey, CJ. You know what the circus is all about? Making the audience think you're in danger. Giving them a thrill. But it's time to bring this act to an end. I'm not in danger here, even if you think I am. What do you mean? Watch and learn. Miss Hart, can I ask you something? You were keeping guard at the 51st floor the whole time, right? Never even blinking for a moment? You bet your big toe I was. I done said as much in my testimony.
Objection.
Huh. So that noise, the sound of Miles' faithful assistant falling through the hatch. That didn't scare you so bad that you fainted. So, maybe I ought to mention this before, but I fell asleep for a few winks after that. Well, passed out. Unconscious, you might say. Meanwhile, I get my shit rocked by the Automod for stringing together innocuous words for, like, viewer count and boost. Booyah, I beat the system. Good job, Dottie. What? What happened? That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kay crash landing into the storeroom floor. Right, because he was listening to all this. What? Well, so what if I did? Ain't a girl in the world don't get caught a little unawares sometimes. Sorry, Miles. Nope. Sorry, Miles, but that's what you get for putting your faith in these people. Fair. It doesn't matter. Kay can't have fallen down the hatch until after the president left the roof.
Objection.
Bubblefish blocked the term viewers. Alright, guys, don't say viewers. You're gonna get modded. Not modded, auto-modded. I suppose I could mod you all, but I don't know if that saves you from the auto-mod, though. Are you sure about that? Allow me to offer a little counter-theory. A coward, fake president fired his gun at me. Then he hid in the shadows. Purchased enhanced observers at a premium rate. Then he hid in the shadows until after your friend fell down the hatch. What? So what if he did? What would that mean? Come now. Surely even you can see what I'm insinuating here. It's elementary. If the president hid until after Mr. Hart fainted, he could have passed right through the 51st floor undetected. Be gone. Oh shit, it's Captain making a joke. Be calm, Banhammer Hand. Don't make me a mod. I will somehow accidentally ban you, the streamer. That would be impressive. Any sufficiently advanced ignorance is indistinguishable from malice. No. Heh. And there we have it. Your little theory about the secret storeroom falls apart. No! Did he have to do it in my own voice? That's right. Oh, and another thing. I might have let Sean's identity slip to our pal, the president, while he was hiding in the shadows. That's why he went to set up a set to try and murder him the next day, only to wind up being killed himself. That's right, it was Sean who murdered the body double. You're trying to pin it on a kid, dude? That's low. What possible reason could the boy have for doing so? What is this song? What a crazy version of the song. Do, do, do.
Objection.
A Twitch chat would never go after a streamer. Trying to ban Neochick can't be banned. I appreciate you checking, Bubbles. Not the first time a child's been accused of murder. Oh, a pretty good one. He's already knew he was the president's son. And how did he discover that exactly? Because I told him. In one of my trademark letters. What? He's lying. Oh, you bet I am. Huh? Or am I? Maybe I did tell him. Or maybe I didn't. Well, shoddy boy, which is it? It was my fault Torosaurus' head fell off the roof, Moo. I admitted that much already, Moo. But I didn't find out about my dad until today, Moo. I swear, Moo. Huh, well. I knew about the falling head thanks to the bug. But who knew it was you who made it fall? And the president died from being crushed, was it? Alright, well, that's confirmed, at least. You were the murderer. Congrats on getting your revenge. That ties everything up pretty neatly, wouldn't you say? Although I guess you'd say something more like, and so the pieces fall into place at last. Well, counter my unassailable logic if you can. The murder of the so-called president. Sean is a Moogle. I'll see myself in. You know my MO by now, right? I'm a hands-off kind of guy. I just like to pull a few strings here and there. That was the case with Bronco, with Chairman Winner. So what makes you think I'd let a fake president set foot on my balloon? Besides, I thought he was crushed to death by a model monster head. And who said that old Taurosaurus' noggin a fall in him? It all makes perfect sense. That's how our imposter wound up dead. No doubt about it. And what was the motive behind the murder? The little truth I shared, just like I said. Get it? The truth, that thing you're so fond of. That's what caused the murder here, not me. No, that's not possible. Well, is there a detective in the house? Somebody. Arrest that boy. Can't help but noticing nobody rushing to slap on the handcuffs. What's the matter? Curse you. Just as I thought. Admit it, you're all the same. You, a winner, that idiot, phony president. You want the real culprit to go free so you can railroad me into jail cell, don't you? That's the justice you all claim to love so much. You only love it when you can twist it to suit your needs.
Overruled.
That's not true.
Objection.
Well, if you're not going to make a move, guess I'll have to step outside and speak to an officer myself. Once I tell them the kid here is a murderer, maybe they'll finally do something.
Objection.
We're not done with your testimony yet, Mr. Saint. Oh, did I know you'd make some excuse for stalling even longer. But you still don't have any proof, do you? Or any chance of winning this? Tell me I'm wrong. And yet you still want to prolong the agony. Well, as long as you know what you're doing. Oh, shit. That's half my health! He's not holding back. What? Did you forget the little Shawnee's life is on the line, too? Hey, Macerino. Take a deep breath for me, would you? Why would I do that, Fenda? Because it's times like these you need to kick back, take stock, and be grateful for what you have. The worst of times are when the lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles. Remember? The way in which the president makes his escape is what you and Laughing Boy can't agree on. So how about this for a little thought experiment? What if it's not about whether the big guy in the purple jacket got off on that balloon or not? But rather, under what conditions would Simeon have been cool with letting him get on board? A turnabout in thinking. Oh no. Don't make me think of my boyfriend now, Fenda. Or my dad. Forgive the interruption. Just my 2 cents worth. Or your old man's, I guess I should say. Maybe Gregory's techniques can still prove to be useful in a crazy modern era. Oh, Fender, you're too good for this, or any company. He's right. Under what circumstances could a body double have been allowed on that balloon? He was a physically imposing man, and what's more, he was carrying a gun. Could he have been drugged? No. There were no traces of sedatives found during his autopsy. In which case, surely not. Are you about ready to continue, Miles? And don't forget, this is what we're playing for. This is going to be tricky, but I have to tear his testimony down, one statement at a time. Murder of the so-called president. Well, we need to save, because I'm... half my health? Okay. Does that include pressing? Let's see.
Hold it.
The strings in question are being those of Sean and the president's body double in this case. You seem pretty confident about your abilities in that particular area. Is that so weird? I'm an animal tamer, remember? And what's the wildest animal of them all? That's right, humans. Didn't take much to get those two dancing to my tune. A little truth here, a little hint of revenge there. Usually the game specifically calls out pressing. Yeah, like, I think that's... It only happens a few times, right? Like, the clown is the most obvious one. And I'm sure there's a few others, but that's the one I always think of. Somebody ought to thank me. I did this world a favor. Fucking no. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, he's scaring me. Don't let him get under your skin, Kay. We have to stay strong. This man sowed the seeds of another revenge in order to achieve his own. It's our duty to stop him, and we will succeed in that duty. Why do people do bad things, huh? Don't they realize it'll just come back to bite them in the end? He's an honorary nobot. Look, we weren't the ones who settled on an ooh voice. Ooh woo? Such case with Barco with Chairman Winner.
Hold it.
And so you insist that you had no direct involvement in any of what occurred? What can I say? I don't like getting my hands dirty. Sure do love to watch the action unfold, though. Raise his hand. That was me. I suggested it. God is dead. God, we were Thane's dead. Oh, those idiots desperately trying to kill one another, and they don't even know a little fuse. I love it. Hey, you haven't changed. All you did 12 years ago was watch too. You're talking about the whole SS5 thing. Yeah, stop it. You poor papa. Scrambling around for answers and finding nothing. Shucks. And we have killed him. I wouldn't know how, like, I understand the, like, concept of ooh-woo voice. I don't think I could pull it off. I can make the ooh-woo noise. I just can't do the actual, like, a sentence in ooh-woo, as it were. I guess it's essentially baby talk, though. Like rank incompetence. It's Elmer Fudd. Fudding. Good. How dare you? Agent Lang, please. You don't know the half of it, you damn clown. Your father may not have closed out the case. Not publicly, anyway. But it was thanks to his work that we're standing here right now. Sorry to butt in, Miles, but your little pep talk isn't going to magically solve this case. Now, I know you have your theories. It's baby talk, but with the option to be an adult with it, which is why it's hyper curse, ultra even. It's like, ooh. So what does it make you think I'd let that fake president set foot on my balloon? I don't know. I guess... Okay. So Miles, Fender is like... Why would he let the president on his balloon? Because he literally was just being shot at. So my first instinct is that Simeon killed him on the roof. But didn't they confirm that he didn't die 2 days ago, but he died the day after? And he was crushed. So, he didn't push him off the roof. Or did he push him off the roof? No, because he took the balloon down. That's the conceit. So, the idea is that he was unconscious or maybe dead already when he went in the balloon. I'm guessing unconscious because he wasn't dead yet, according to the autopsy report. So then he went down in the balloon because somehow Simeon knocked him out. I guess. Not my fake president. But it's only the way he could have gone down from the roof of that building. Alright, let's game this one out, shall we? Suppose I took him down to the ground like you said. What's wrong with doing that? So you admit it. You did take him in on your balloon. Objection. You're really obsessing over this one little detail. This isn't like you, Miles. How do you think it went down? He held me at gunpoint and said, "Show me the city night sky. Show me the city at night." That's ridiculous, and you know it. Or did you really fail to think this through? Objection. You said yourself that you gave him Sean's identity. Surely that was enough to win him over. Objection. Win him over? The man who shot at me? No! Then you must have put him to sleep or carried him away like you did with me. Oh, geez, even Kay thinks what I'm thinking. Objection. Very well, let us suppose that's to be true for a second. Did the autopsy show the presence of sedatives? It's no good. He's not giving us an opening. Anyway, never mind all that. There are way more interesting things I'd rather talk about. Okay, he's deflecting. I thought he was crushed up by a model monster head.
Hold it!
Actually, I have some doubt about that. I mean, if the president really was killed by the Taurosaurus head.
Objection.
Don't tell me you're throwing your own pet theory in the trash, Mr. Genius Prosecutor. Aren't you the one who went all the trouble to prove a man squished by a head hypothesis was true? That may have been my theory at one point, but that was when I thought the head was the only thing that could have crushed him.
Objection.
Okay, so we're saying... Why past tense? It's still your theory, no. It's not like you have anything else right now. The president's body was double crushed under the falling Taurosaurus head. Fact. Many a man has been squished by it. No, there must be something. Some other piece of evidence that could link this man to the president's death by crushing. Okay, so I need to present something that could have crushed him. Which I guess in this instance is the balloon. You land on him? Don't you think it's time you gave up, Miles? I don't like watching you struggle like this. We all know who did it. The model head is practically screaming his name. Who said the Taurosaurus? No, that's okay. I should press the final one? Okay, I'll press the final one.
Hold it!
The kids in the hall cast a long shadow. Sure, Sean was the one who caused the head to fall. That much we know. He even admitted it himself. Fantastic! So we're all in agreement. Well done, everybody. Case closed. Sean then killed the fake president, and that's that. Somebody get those cops in here. Not so fast. This case is far from closed. He's still scrabbling, huh? Well, all right then. Enlighten us, and do be quick about it. If you can't, I want to see the kid in handcuffs. Or are you only a stickler about the law when things are going your way? Mr. Edgeworth, what do we do? What do we do? Think, Miles, think. If Mr. Saint killed the president's body double, it would have to have happened while the two of them were together on the roof. So what would he have had on hand? That's the answer. That will tell us how he was killed.
He's not going to make it easy, is he?
We need to think about how the president died. In that particular case, it was a very particular cause, to say the least. If we assume that he was crushed by the Torosaurus head,
Then the whole thing becomes Sean's fault, right?
but what if it wasn't the president that was crushed by? That wasn't what the president was crushed by. Is there something else that could have exerted the similar kind of force? Yes, the answer is the balloon, I guess. It does have a giant head on it. That's what they're getting at, right? Because it's a giant lion head.
Objection!
Okay. So this is what, the third time we've used the balloon? Yeah, apparently. Apparently it's just balloons all the way down. All right. Sean didn't kill the president. The president was crushed by a monster. What? Did you really just say that? You? Oh, I get it. He's the kid who communicated with the giant beast, right? Did he use his special powers? The only person in communion with monsters was you. Sorry, but you must have mixed me up with somebody else. No monster pals here, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Why the false modesty? You're very close with at least one such creature. In fact, you can make this particular monster do exactly as you command. It was you who killed the president, Mr. Saint, and I can prove it. What? You're talking about the lion balloon. Yes, a quivering mockery of a monster filled with hot air, but a monster nonetheless. Not entirely unlike Mr. Saint himself. Sorry, you lost me. What are you trying to say exactly?
Objection!
You seem very keen to stick to your story about having manipulated Sean and the president. But no matter how true you may have wanted it to be, that was nothing more than a desperate lie. Even the most skilled animal tamer can't make the dead do his bidding. And the president was dead long before he left that roof, having been killed by your balloon. I get it. That thing may look lighter than air, but it weighs a few 100 pounds, right? When the president attacked you from the roof, you had to think quickly in order to protect yourself. The method you chose? Landing the balloon right on top of him. Brutal way to die. You didn't need to let him ride that balloon, and he didn't need to coerce you into taking him. Because what you took away was his dead body. So did that mean the autopsy report lied? He died on the 5th at 11 p.m. Keep going. Okay, you're fair. Because what you took away was his dead body.
Objection!
Wait a minute now, Miles. What if what you're saying is true? The president would have been killed 2 nights ago. Okay, it was literally the next sentence. Which would mean the time of death recorded in the autopsy was wrong. It would? Wow, you're really losing your touch. Look again. It's written right there. Time of death, April 5th, at approximately 11 p.m. Clear as day.
April 5th? That was yesterday. Which means...
Exactly. It means he died when the Torosaurus head fell off that roof. All right, Sean, it's time to be honest with us. You know it's the right thing to do. You killed your daddy, didn't you? You hated him, didn't you? We get it. Who wouldn't? He just left you. What kind of father would do that? Yours? Look, you can't take out your daddy's troubles on Sean, okay? He didn't know his father. It's a little different. Also, his father is already dead before this guy. This guy that died is not his father. No, that's not what happened, Moo. I already told you. I didn't know who he was until today, Moo. Oh, but you did know. 'Cause I told you myself. Can my theory really been so wide off the mark? I want to thank you once again, Miles. You hounded Winner and Lagarde until their crimes were finally exposed. And by ruining them both, you helped me get my revenge. Gotta love those powers of deduction. If the time of death matched up, everything else would fit. So, could he possibly have cheated the time of death somehow? Oh, we going into some freezing? Oh, because of the ice sculpture shenanigans! It all comes together! Oh, and what was the other guy's name again? Carmelo Gusto. You even ran him down for me. That was some great work you did there. Of course. Gusto. The IS-7 incident. Like you were about to stay there, and it's like, Jesus, let the game cook for 3 minutes. Okay, look, let me talk about it, okay? He killed Frost and froze his body in order to conceal it. Mr. Gusto needed to freeze Mr. Frost's body in order to obscure the time of death. If they determined that the murder occurred during the afternoon tea, he would have been an obvious suspect. Bingo! Guess you do have the time. Well, we've seen him without makeup, actually. But I'm gonna be real. I find it hard to connect Simeon with Carmelo Gusto. They don't immediately ring as, like, related, you know? I guess that's on purpose, because you're not supposed to, like, guess it or anything. But I only wish I could have been there to see his downfall, too.
How could you say that? He was your father!
Okay. Alright, who are you mimicking here? It's so scary. Miss Lagarde just kept asking and asking about what happened that day. Where are you, Dad? When are you coming back to get me? Please, I need you to come and take me away. Okay, he's kidding him. Is it because I broke my promise? Is it because I didn't show up in time to help you taste your work? He was no father. He left me all on my own. What kind of person would do that? He may have shared the same blood, but that's it. Father, what a joke.
Objection!
You may not want to hear this, Mr. Saint, but you share more than blood. Hate him all you'd like, but you're more like your father than you know. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Fate can be strange sometimes, but this is no coincidence. You and your father were the same, even in the methods you chose. You deliberately threw off the time of death, just as he did. I'll give her a round of applause in form of Fender mini claps. I missed that line. Yes, Fender mini claps. All right. That's right. We had to rescue him from the warehouse refrigeration unit down by the harbor. Refrigeration unit in the depot. I threw off the time of death. And how did I do that exactly? By hiding the president's body in a very specific place. You hid the body right here. Oh fuck, I don't remember where that was. Do I have a note about it in my... Oh, I can't look at my items, can I? Okay, Okay, he was in a refrigeration unit. I want to say they were having me pick between... So the dump is where we found, you know, it involves refrigeration. Yeah, so there's the mall, the park. It's not going to be at the park. The sanitation plant is a possibility. It's not the big building. We knew it was off campus or whatever you want to call it. Sunshine Coliseum. That's where the playhouse is. The Sunshine Depot. The day dump. It's not the dump. The dump was where Winner found the clue. Sunrise Hall, Sunshine Harbor. Sanitation plant?
Take that!
This is where you hit. Nope, it was not where I hit it. Sorry to interrupt when you're getting fired up, Mr. Prosecutor. But I don't see how hiding it there would throw off the time of death either. He's right, of course. Did they say where... You needed it to look like the victim died at a different time than he did, right? Lane She says, to keep her fresh, keep it cool. If you wanted to keep a body in the same state as the time of death, there's only so many places you could hide it, right? True, and only so many places that Mr. Saint had access to. The body here. The depot? Depot is such a vague term, but it's a warehouse. That might... Okay. You needed to keep the body cool somewhere, so you needed somewhere to keep Sean. Who knew it was two were connected? Cold storage. I mean, like, I knew what the thing needed to be, but I was like, where would the thing be? You could also have cold storage at a mall because they serve food, but I don't know. I didn't think it was at the mall. I seem to recall it was like a warehouse setting, but... Who knew the two were connected? You need to think in puns. Oh, you're right. This is Phoenix Wright Games after... Oh, sorry, Miles Edgeworth. I'm sorry, Miles. You're talking about kidnapping again. Why are we bringing that up now? Because, as you may wish to have had forgotten, we know that you kept Sean in a refrigeration unit. The same refrigeration unit in which you kept the president's body. Just as your father froze the body he was trying to conceal 18 years ago. It's funny, because, like, they often do this whole, like, freeze the body to delay time of death. Is there not, like, anything that would... Freezing the body would leave, like, some kind of mark of, like, I don't know. I don't know biology. Just as your father froze the body he was trying to conceal 18 years ago. What? You're saying I'm the same as him? The same as the animal who abandoned me? So, eventually, yes. A sad irony, but an undeniable truth nonetheless.
Objection.
Shut up! I'm nothing like him. I could never be like him. He's nothing to do with me, and we're nothing alike. Like, I totally believe that it would mess with the time of death, like if someone were trying to do that. I just think that it would also be obvious that it was frozen at some point. But, again, I don't know that really for sure. Sorry, kiddo, but I think it's pretty clear that you and old Gusto have more than a little in common. I don't know, you're both exuding clownish behavior. After a decade or two, it gets wonky fast. This is why people don't do cryo for real. It's my cryogenics is incredible nightmare. I'm glad that we think alike, Captain. You even told us you didn't like the sweet stuff way back when we first met, right? Heh. If that's not a product of your daddy's issues, I don't know what is. Damn, Fender. You don't understand! I studied that stuff once. For fun? Or like, did you have like a class that you took? A project? What do you mean freezing the bloodstream has bad results? You don't understand. You may have tried to disown your father, but he lives on in everything you do. You think the same way. I fell into a wiki hole. I see. And you're every bit as prepared as he was to sacrifice others in order to protect yourself. Your crimes were even exposed in the same manner. You couldn't be more similar. Uh-oh. Is he gonna break down? Or should I say, I don't know anything about a refrigeration unit. The kidnapping, nothing to do with me. Nonsense. You did it so you could blackmail Judge Gavel. We know for a fact you were involved.
Objection.
You're a real danger to be around, you know that, Miles? What aren't you going to accuse me of? But it changes nothing. You still don't have any proof, or incitement, or kidnapping, or anything. Oh wait, are you planning on maybe fabricating some? Taking a leaf out of the old winner playbook? Never. I would never do that. I can't let myself rise to the provocation. What was the line? No matter what happens, we must find the truth. Something like that. Basically, yeah, frozen fluids is a fast track to an incredible amount of micro lacerations. I see. But only when the truth suits you. I suppose that's not something you could obviously check without, like, going deeper. That's how the law keeps people down, isn't it? And why I had to get my revenge myself. If the power goes out, which it will, you're better off never opening that tube. Lovely. I got away with it. I got away with it all. Lagarde, winner. And now you. None of you can touch me. This is bad, Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't there anything we can do? Everything points to this man being our culprit. But we need evidence. Even just one piece. All right, it's been fun, but it's time we brought this little show to an end. Don't you think? Touch him. Stick around for the main event, though, won't you? I'll even let you in for free, if you'll finally admit defeat. Hold it. Oh, who's holding? Who was that? Gumshoe! Which got Gumshoe? Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Save us!
Gummy, where have you been? I've been doing my job, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me.
And Detective Gumshoe, do you have anything to report?
I took them look at had them take a look into a few things real quick, sir. About the refrigeration unit where the kid was kept. It was registered to the Berry Big Circus, just like you said.
Oh, the music's going. Those cryogenic companies are always financially going under. The greatest threat to immortality through cryogenics, private equity. Talk about liquidating assets. God damn.
And there it is, just in the nick of time.
Excellent work, Detective. Well, Mr. Saint. Must be some kind of mistake. Why would the circus need a refrigeration unit? A valid question, I suppose. But we're no experts on the circus trade. Perhaps we could ask your department manager for her thoughts on the matter. Well, Miss Berry.
We do hire a unit to store all the food for the animals. But I don't know where it is. I leave all that up to Simeon. He's so good at that kind of thing.
You fool!
Simeon, you're scaring me.
Such a shame, but rushing to find a solution after the fact so often leads to mistakes. You knew that if the body was found in the unit, the suspicion would fall on you. So you panicked and moved it to the grounds of the big building instead. But you weren't counting on Sean being found in the unit when you kidnapped him. If only you'd known who you were up against, a great thief and an even greater detective. Aww. Is everything all right? You're looking a little pale. Don't think you've won yet, Miles. Maybe I should be glad that Circus didn't return post-time skip. I'm sure they kept hiring killers. They do employ a lot of them, don't they? You're missing proof for the most important part of your little theory. I am. Perhaps you could enlighten us. You don't have any evidence that I crushed the presidential faker with that balloon. And I know you don't, because there isn't any. I'm afraid there is. Oh, Edgeworth's sure about it. What? If Mr. Saint murdered the victim as we think he did, there should be traces of your misdeeds on this piece of evidence. Oh my god, are we using the balloon again? How many times are we going to present this balloon? Analysis of the balloon basket should turn up the evidence we need. It keeps working, why not? This reminds me of when we were playing Shardlight and every answer was the crossbow. The balloon, again! Even Saint. You already have your bullet hole. What else do you expect to find?
We, expect to find plenty, actually. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? If there's truth to be found, we'll find it. He's a hero of justice. He sure is. We'll find it for sure. Mr. Edgeworth has gotten out of the way tighter spots than this one. What they said. I believe in you, Miles Sereno. And so does your pops. He's looking down on you right now. I know he is.
Aww.
Just stay calm and see this through to the end, Miles Edgeworth. A perfect victory is only moments away.
The president's body double was killed by the balloon. Traces of a certain substance will prove that. And you, Simeon Saint, will pay for your crimes at last. And you know who we need for that? Emma!
I'm looking forward to this. Time to wrap up the mysteries of past and present once and for all.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, deal the final blow of this unforgivably wicked man. This last piece of evidence will prove your guilt beyond a doubt. What should we expect to find on the balloon if it was used to crush the president? Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say blood, but I guess okay. We will find Torosaurus head. We can't just present the balloon again, can we? We'll find the balloon on the balloon. Oh, wait. It's the flowers, isn't it? Ah, yes. Everyone here, including Shilon, baby accuser, Lang. To be fair, he just wanted the answers, and he had to present things to get Edgeworth's brain in it.
Take that!
Is that right? When Sean found the president's body, he also found a bouquet of lion lilies. Lion lilies, symbol of connection between a parent and a child. Popular flower back in Zenfa. That's your proof. A bunch of flowers will be rotting at the dump by now. A bunch of flowers that Sean threw away. So much for your beautiful symbol of parental connection. You mean he crushed the symbol of parental connection when he killed him? Of course he did. Grr, that's got nothing to do with any of this, Moo. Ignore him, Sean. You threw those flowers away. That much is true. But the bond they represented remains as strong as it ever was. The president held on to them until the last, an act which proved to us with our final piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about? The flowers Sean disposed of had been squashed flat. They must have been crushed by the balloon. If we examine the basket for traces of lion lily pollen, what do you think we might find? No, you don't need to do that. You looked over the basket just now. Anyway, if there was pollen stuck to it, you would have seen it. Those flowers are bright yellow.
Objection!
Not all evidence is visible to the naked eye, Mr. Saint. Huh? Emma! Yeah, get Emma! Yeah? I'd like to call on your scientific skills once again, if you don't mind. Leave it to me. All right, let's take a look at this balloon basket, shall we? I appreciate that doing the noises, even though we're not doing it ourselves. Ah, I got something. Bright yellow pollen, just like you said. If it's from the same flowers, it shouldn't take more than another quick test to prove it. What? And there we have it. You murdered the president. And this murder you carried out yourself. No, how could this? No! You crushed the president with that balloon. Then you loaded his body into the basket and took him to the refrigeration unit. But why? Why go through all the trouble of removing the body? Because he knew another incident was scheduled to occur the same evening. Oh, Rosie Ringer's murder! Exactly. If he had left the body there, it would have interfered with his other plans. I get it. He couldn't leave the body in the refrigeration unit for too long either, right? Indeed not. So while we're returning to the big building to drop the body off again at the following night. Hot air balloons infamously hard to dodge. They just move so quickly. That's true. How did he do it? Like, if you turn off the thing, it would plummet maybe fast enough. But assumingly he didn't like crash it because it still worked. I don't know. He must have observed the fire Sean caused and the Sorceress head falling as a result. Very stealthy, though. No one saw the balloon going all over town. Gravity, the ultimate killer. That's what gave you the idea, wasn't it? To frame Sean for the murder. You made it seem as
if the falling head was what killed him, so that my son would take the blame. Despicable coward!
In order to achieve your aim, you lowered the president's body from the balloon to the lot below. And while he was dangling from the rope you used, he was caught on Sean's rehearsal tape. Oh, 'cause that's right. I forgot we caught him on camera. So that was him when he was like frozen, I guess. No, how did you see through all of it? How? You manipulated people. You manipulated this case, just as you manipulated animals on the stage. You thought you were all-powerful, but your reign is at an end.
The animals look like they're mad with you, Simeon. Even Money and Azal. They thought that you were their friends, but you're not. They're sad and mad all at the same time.
Oh, they mad and sad. Stop looking at me like that. Perhaps it will... They will when you finally stop clowning around. The fact that Edgeworth did a little heh, like he was really proud of this joke. Oh. You're not cut out for comedy. Your tale is destined to end with a whimper. He did 2 more. I don't. Get away from me. Get away from me. Leave me alone. Dad, where are you? I'm so scared. I don't know what you're talking about. I've done nothing wrong. Nothing. I'm not the bad one. They are. Why, Bronco? Why did you stop me from going to see Dad? If only none of them had did what they did, I wouldn't have had to. I couldn't trust the police. I couldn't trust anybody. I was all alone. Oh, shit. But that man, he helped me. Canis was the only one who ever helped me. So what if they used people? I had to. It was not wrong. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, that hurts. Oh God, the cats are, they're all, oh no, all the animals are punching him. Oh no, the elephant. Miles wins. Animal lethality. Okay. Princess Donut approves of the cat getting revenge. The cat just like kicked him in the face. It was pretty great. Alright, so which characters aren't on screen? I know, right? Who's talking that isn't here already? Well, let's see. It seems the game is up at last. I understood that reference. Did the python not get a hit in? Yeah, come on. Oh, it's the killer. I should have figured. He was the kind of the one who put us on this case to begin with. Edgeworth says the killer. He's back, guys. Mr. Edgeworth, may I be the first to congratulate you. You have unmasked the person behind this entire sorry affair. Now, I am free to... No! Guns are so clumsy, don't you find? I don't have a gun! Please, not only are you carrying one, you are about to draw it. He must have stolen it from the president after murdering him. This gentleman betrayed a bond of trust. He knew the so-called president was an imposter, and yet he employed me to kill him nonetheless. There is nothing more dangerous for an assassin than to be lied to about the nature of one's target. If one does not know what cards one's opponent is holding, one can be very unpleasantly surprised. But that was not your true crime. No, thinking you could deceive me, manipulate me. That is the crime for which you are about to pay. No! I thought everyone's other shocked animation frame. Oh! Oh god, we have an assassin off! You! It's been a while, Killer. Step aside, Canis. This man is my target. So Simeon's been adopted, basically. I would politely ask that you call off this particular job. He'll pay for his crimes, but in prison, not at the end of your blade. Oh look, professional killers. Chisel versus knife. And if I refuse? Let's just say I might not take the loss of the one life that I ever saved too well. You save your life. Bo Hidahama Canis, the blind butcher himself. What is this actual action standoff scene doing in my Attorney visual novel game? No kidding. Maybe we were right to put Phoenix in Marvel. Preposterous, I know. But yes, I, who have taken so many lives, once chose to preserve one, that of an innocent young pup. And he, in turn, saved mine. Something of a bond formed between us. Laugh all you like. I know I would. But I would respectfully request that you spare him. As one professional to another, I ask that you let this particular target live. Very well. The boy must mean a lot to you. Thank you. I am in your debt. Hey, we even got Helmut back here, too. You need not thank me. I simply see a little point in the two of us killing one another. Now then, I bid you all good day. Damn, he was out like a gunshot. Also, to Killer, you hate when people don't show their hand? Do you just hate card games in general? Does a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic drive you insane? Hey. No, get back here. You have my thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. This young pup needed to be shown the error of his ways. And you have done just that. Alright, I suppose we'd better be getting back. Our ironclad enclosure awaits. We just break out of jail whenever we want. Doesn't it, Helmut? Yes, yes it does. Hold it. Oh, hello. You killed my dad, didn't you, old man Moo? I will not lie. I did. My victims deserve to be remembered, at the very least. But I sense great hatred for me from you, a horned pup. In that case. No! You must not falter, little one. Here, you may use my knife. Take it and cut my throat. One slice is all it takes. Damn! Guys, let's not give the kid a weapon, please. Using modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course, it makes him hate card games. I somehow never realized he was blind and that's a seeing eye dog. I just thought he was evil, so he possessed devil eyes. To be fair, I totally get where you're coming from, though. How ignorant I was. But yeah, the bells are so that he can hear things, so. I played Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It makes people hate everything. I was growing rather tired of carving my little statues anyway. I want revenge, Moo. I want it so badly, Moo.
Sean, don't do it!
Please, Sean, I beg you. At least I did until just now, Moo. I would have done anything to make you pay, Moo, no matter how long it took, Moo. Oh, but you should make those who wronged you pay. It'll make you feel so good, trust me. All the pain, all the suffering, it all goes away. It drowns it all out, numbs it. Maybe it does, Moo. In listening to you, I thought maybe that's what I wanted, Moo. Sean! But it's not about me, Moo. Say I get my revenge. How does that help anybody else, Moo? If I become a murderer, my mom suffers 10 times more than I ever would, Moo. So would all the people I work with, Moo. They're counting on me, Moo. And they worry about me, Moo. Heh, heh, heh. Thoughtful words indeed, little one. Yeah? Well, I get it now, Moo. I won't ever forgive you, Moo. But I shouldn't be the one who gets to punish you, Moo. That's what these guys are for, Moo. My mom, Moo. The prosecutor, Moo. People like that, Moo.
Sean. Wow, you may be young, Sean, but you're way wiser than I'll ever be.
You could at least consider trying better yourself, Kay. I can't do a murder. It would affect my movie production. And also my mom, I guess. Very well, then I suppose we'll be on our way. With me, young pup. On our way? To where? Where else? To prison. Our home. Our home? Happy ending? The murderer gets to go hang out with his adopted assassin dad in prison, I guess? I was gonna sip before we start doing this epilogue stuff. Actually, he's getting the chair. And with that, the case came to an end. A case that had dragged so many people into its orbit. But as for me, there was one last thing I had to do. Okay. I'm not sure about that. Anytime they try, Cadus teleports him and shakes them with the chisel. April 8th, 2:54 p.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth.
What's the big idea, big guy? Want to tell us what we're doing here? Too many assassins with a heart of gold tried to leave behind that lifestyle. I blame Gross point blank.
Mr. Edgeworth, your request has been processed and approved.
Huh? Your what now? Aw, we're gonna break Eddie's heart.
I've asked for my prosecutor's badge to be reinstated. Your badge? What is the meaning of this?
I'm returning it. From this day forth, I am a prosecutor no longer.
I still can't believe you did that for me.
A certain man once said that to be an attorney is to be the defendant's most trusted ally, and that by believing in your client, the truth will make itself known. That man's image has been forever burned into my memory. As strongly as the vision of my father fighting in the courtroom. Good old Gregory. But that's his and my father's path. Okay, so he was talking about Phoenix as he was also talking about his father. Mine lies elsewhere.
Mr. Edgeworth.
My path is that of the prosecutor. It always was. Well, guess that's that. I'm sorry. No, I dig it. Besides, I could tell by that look in your eye that your mind's made up. It is. Alrighty then. Looks like our work together is diddly done. No, stay around, Eddie. Just don't come crying old Eddie if you change your mind. This club's now closed to new members. I understand. Let's not think of Edgeworth being electrolyzed in his attraction to Phoenix. That doesn't work as well as saying Opita. I understand what you mean. Yeah. I don't know the source of Electral. Is that what his dad was called? Or no, I'm mixing up my stories now. Hey, Master. Care to tell me why at least? How come you're so dead set of popping the old prosecutor's hat back on? Edgeworth would never wear a hat. You once asked me something, oh, Fenda. I've never heard Electra Complex. I've heard of Oedipus Complex, of course. But, I don't... I assume, I can understand what it means. But I don't know the source of it, what story it's, pulling from. Hooked on Phoenix worked for him. It's just the heteronormative gender swap version. I see. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor? Are you gonna keep fighting crime as a prosecutor? Or help people as an attorney? Something tells me you got a big decision ahead of you. Only you can answer. I've been thinking about that question ever since, and how I mean to live my life. And now that this case is over, I think I finally know the answer. Oh right, Orso went out like a gangster, by the way, Chris. King Orso. I know, right? Not our Orso. But let's not say too much, at least Katie vaguely remembers it in the future. And now that the case is over, I'll finally know the answer. I'm going to help people as a prosecutor. But you can't do that as an attorney. Look at it this way. Simeon Saint was also a victim of sorts. He lost his only parent all those years ago, and with him, his ability to believe in a just world. I know how that feels. I mean, there's a reason why the person who was the mastermind of this case is the same age as you, Biles, and has lost a father. Even if the circumstances of those are very different. To lose somebody so important to you. To lose faith in everything. To doubt everything and be utterly alone. To fight and fight and fight. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty, so that I make that my policy. But I was lucky. Somebody was kind enough to save me from myself. Objection. They are so dead set against showing Phoenix. Come on. Why do you think Phoenix keeps his kept perpetually off screen? It's the only way they survive. Oh, because his parents aren't around. I gotcha. Mr. Saint had nobody. He had no faith in the law. He felt that seeking revenge himself was the only option. But I doubt even you would imagine that the body double would ever go so far as to co-opt our country's police. No, I sure didn't. And as long as Winnow was around, no evidence was ever going to stand. He even nearly managed to ruin things this morning. Lagarde almost got away with it again. I want people to like him. I want to help people like him. And how do you plan to do that? If he had been able to rely upon the law, none of this would have happened. Chairman Winnow made a mockery of justice, and in doing so drove Mr. Saint away from seeking it. The law is only as good as the practitioners. It can be a shield that keeps the people safe from harm, and a sword wielded to wound them. Just one among many of law's great contradictions. You can say that again. Yep, that's what folks in the trade like to call legal contradiction. Law is far from perfect. But one cannot solve such contradictions in the law without engaging with it. I don't think an attorney could have saved Mr. Saint. But a prosecutor? A custodian of the law? I think perhaps they could have. I plan to take up my badge again and confront those contradictions at every turn. Very Masserino. I like it. You know, it won't be easy breezy though, right? Fighting the law itself, that lawyering on the hard mode. I understand that, but somebody has to do it. Oh, I don't doubt that. And if it has to be anybody, it should be you. Laws are like people, I guess. They both gotta grow and change. Adapt or perish, am I right? You're gonna go to smash this, I just know it. After all, you're Gregory's boy through and through. Aww. And if there's one thing that man did not know how to do, it's give up. Eyes on the prize and straight on to sunset. That was his motto. You know what? I saw the same determination on your face the second you mentioned taking up prosecuting again. You know what's really grown and changed? Hate to be a great big cheese ball, but you. I only wish your dad was here to see it. He'd be proud as all get out. Aww. Fender, just stay around. Fender, thank you. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if you're ready to begin, we can get to the ceremony underway. Please. By the power vested in me, by the Committee of Prosecutorial Excellence, I, Verity Gavel, do hereby, in sight of the Almighty Goddess, reinstate Miles Edgeworth as servant of the law. Oh my god, we got our badge back, guys!
Oh, right, you're a prosecutor again! Best news I've heard all week, sir. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, I got a scoop. Your pops is gonna want to know that his kid just signed up for the opposition a second time.
Thank you again, Fender, for everything.
Don't thank me yet. Next time you see me, could be across the courtroom. And this face is a whole lot less roguishly charming when it's not on your side of the aisle.
I would relish the opportunity to face an attorney trained by my father. I hope that day comes very soon. Aww.
Alright, fade her out.
Bye, Eddie. Welcome back to the fold, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you, Judge Gavel. I owe you more than I can say. You do. You strove to right the wrongs of the committee from the inside. That must have been a lonely battle indeed. Not at all. I was never truly alone.
That's right. You had the goddess of justice on your side.
Thank you for teaching me that it's possible to fight in such a way. The contradictions within the committee are like those within the legal system itself. If we weren't able to overcome them, the real truth will forever evade us. I have to thank you for teaching me that, and for setting me on this path. I hereby swear to confront the contradictions that afflicted the law, to overcome them. And I thank you for your commitment to the cause, as does the Almighty Goddess. I truly believe that such efforts are necessary in order for the law to grow and improve. I will look forward to seeing you in the courtroom again soon. As will I. You did not see the best of me when I last oversaw a trial. The next time will be different. I will show you what it means to serve justice with true impartiality. I'm sorry, Gabo, you're never going to judge for us because you're too competent to be a judge between Phoenix and Miles, unfortunately. Judge Gavel, I don't mean to call your motivation in question, is Mr. Edgeworth. But to my mind, the ideal judge is not wholly impartial. The ideal judge is human. Even in the courtroom, they laugh, they cry, they rage, they smile. And then, when all is said and done, they pass down judgment based on humanity. I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but perfection isn't always the loftiest of ideals, and it's certainly not the only thing to strive for. Forgive me, this is my opinion, nothing more. You are right, of course. There are other ways. I thank you for sharing your insights. Mr. Edgeworth, there is another reason I'm never truly alone in my long struggle against Chairman Winner. Someone else was with me, someone other than the goddess.
Of course, Sean!
This clipping gave me more courage than words can express. Simply having it near gave me hope. No matter how hard things get, no matter how formidable one's opponent, when we feel that we are not alone, we can keep going no matter how hard the road ahead. Mistakes have been made, but we must fix them, for Sean's sake more than anyone. Like the mistakes made in the incident in which his father died. So you see, there is something more important than it, even to me, than words of the goddess. I thought it may anger her to hear me say such things. So that's what your secret weapon was all along. The strength of your bond with your son. Not a single mention of Eustace, huh? Oh, Dill, don't jinx it! Oops. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps I should not strive for an unachievable perfection, but I must grow. He kind of grew on me, like a benign tumor. I mean, yes. And honestly, I'm not surprised he had, like, a character arc where he grew from it, right? Like, he has a long way to go, but he took the first steps, and I will say that. As a servant of the law and as a mother, I believe above all else. I see. It seems that we both have still plenty to learn. Indeed, we are neither of us perfect yet. Let us continue along our chosen paths, to grow as we tread them, until we meet again. I will look forward to the day. May the goddess watch over you as you embark upon your next step on your journey. You probably hate him for shredding your voice. I did some things to adjust to make it a little easier, but yes, that is true. Oh, God, you're not, I've seen it before. I am determined to follow that path until it finally leads me to the truth. No matter how hard it might be, no matter how the obstacles that might arise, woe betide anybody who stands in my way. For whoever it may be, whatever they might say, I will lift up and say, objection. Why would you play it that fast for the autoplay? Holy shit. So, Chief, what kind of scoop are we looking for to land ourselves next, huh? Didn't I teach you nothing, knucklehead? We're journalists, dang it. Leads are our stock and trade, our bread and butter.
You don't hand that stuff over, not even to your danged apprentice. Sorry, Chief. I guess still got a whole bunch of learn to do, huh? Well, all right then. Better go track down some leads of my own. That's the spirit. You go get 'em, champ. Before you mosey on down the way, mind sharing what kind of leads their leads might be? Huh? But, Chief, you... Come on now, I'm pretty much your editor, ain't I? Can't hold out on your boss.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on, Chief, that's cold.
You're basically spot on saying 2 hours. Hey, yeah. Doo-doo. He was speaking at old bag speed. He really was. Oh. My arm wound has yet to fully heal even now. The bodyguard who inflicted it was skillful practitioner indeed. I shan't be forgetting him in a hurry. But never mind that now. Time to return to the life of simple ice cream seller. Although I've been thinking about that, perhaps crepes would be more my speed. Well, no rush. I'm sure there is a time to ponder the matter before my next job comes in. I've played a Phoenix Wright game. I was playing the Professor Lane game and ended that run with the crossover. The crossover is interesting.
Sure, you might have knocked me on my butt, wise guy, but I ain't out into the country. I'm keep my guard up and looking for an opening. Ain't that right, Teddy? Second the bell rings for the next round of escape shenanigans, we're coming out swinging. Till then, training, and more training.
Oh, that's cool, though. I feel like it was on the easy side for both games, but it was hype. The hype was real. Yeah, it's a solid entry. Like, it is an easier side one. You want to know? I'm still planning on becoming a stylist. Sure, I'm still studying every single day. Still up to my elbows in mud. But I guess it suits me better than being a newspaper salesman. I plan to make my new career when I finally get out of here. What's that? Is my release a few more years away? Now that because I helped Warden Lagarde? Why do you think I'm being so nice to these stupid freaking animals? I don't even care the freaking laces. I just want to get out of here. Why me? Character credit crawls are delightful to end these games. Yeah, I do like them. Super hard mode when you're voicing them. Yes. I apologize in the middle because, like, I have no control of the speed of the text goes.
I was so shocked when I learned what Simeon had been up to this whole time. I trusted him. I was his boss. Still, can't sit around being sad forever, I guess. The show must go on. Can't let the magic department and the ventriloquy department get the better of us. We'll light up the stage and blow away the competition and all those awful whatever she said.
It's also like, what voice did I give this character? I gotta, like, recall it. I must have gotten soft in my old age, haven't I, boy? Yes, I have. 18 years ago, I saved a life. The troublesome child is still keeping me busy to this day. And now here we are, back in the cage. Well, we'll have to company soon, at least, won't we, boy? Yes, our friend the pup. Things certainly won't be dull with him around. No, they won't. Who should we hire next? There's this guy called Christoph Gavin. What dessert shall we eat? Chocolate cake, sticky and sweet. Oh, so soft, fluffy and light. You'll be dreaming of it tonight. I'll always be waiting for you, Judy. And I'll come visit you every day, just like you and Eddie did when I was in here.
We have so much to thank him and Mr. Edgeworth for. Most of all, the fact that I get to eat your delicious desserts again, Samson.
And not just you. They gave me permission to keep providing sweet treats for everyone. Guess spreading gossip of candy making for all these years is finally paying off. Not romantic coded at all. I know, right?
Oh, hello, sweeties. Fancy seeing you here. I owe you a great big thank you, you know. And dear old Greggy Pegleg, too, of course. After all, it's thanks to all of you that I can eat Sammy Poole's sweets again. I'm even thinking of making a lovely medicine out of them. I'm going to call it Snacker's Delight. It makes your stomach so small you can only eat snacks. So it can get skinny as a tent peg, and I love every minute. I'm going to make a fortune. Greggy Pegleg.
Oh god, it's Larry. Man, I've met so many beautiful people now, and drawn so many beautiful sketches. Lulu isn't the biggest fan of my new work, though. She took one look at my sketchbook and hit me over the head with it. Bam, just like that. And, then she left. Guess that's one less beautiful person in my life now. So I got a big decision ahead of me. Do I follow my art or follow my heart? By heart, I mean new girlfriend. You got that, right? God, Larry. Badster, the bad Dorino. Seriously, though, thanks for the assist today, good buddy. You want me to talk about IS-7? I'll talk all day. Sounds like that Edgeworth kid is doing good work. Yeah, Miles Sereno chose a different path from his old man in the end. Path that means we can't work together. But that won't stop me from looking in on him from time to time. You're coming pretty far yourself. Holy macaroni, compliment for the big bad detective bad. Am I dreaming? Well, flattery will get you everywhere, old pal. You even never need the Fender magic, just say the word. Aw. Eddie. I know, right? Like, that's a damn shame.
Looks like they're letting me off a little easier than I thought for what I did. I guess because I told them that I was kind of forced to do it. Ouch! Ain't no such thing as an easy when it comes to crime, danged fool child. Sorry, Grandma. I still feel awful about it, of course. But I'm just so glad I get to stay out here with you. What's that? You think we should be getting back to work? I guess you're right. Can't keep the dead waiting.
Like, it'd be nice if A7 exists and brings back some of these greatest hits from these spin-offs. It would be great.
Science saves the day again, huh? Good thing I happen to be around, right? Even if I do have to jump right back on a plane again and go back to Europe. All this flying around is going to get tiring. Still, it's all part of becoming the first-class forensics expert. Guess it's better get going. Oh, but if you ever need me, just say the word, okay? I'll come running. You know I will.
Emma continues to exist after this, but she doesn't have the best time. It's true. But, I mean, Emma is kind of like a case where she was technically a DLC case originally, right? So maybe there is still hope for it to happen. The greater one's father, the greater the pressures to be great. But Justus Winner, was it? He has chosen his own path now, and he will be tested. Just as I was. Miles Edgeworth chose to live as a prosecutor over his own father's life lived. That, too, is a valid answer to the question we've all had to wrestle with. Francisca! Also, honestly, I like Lane a lot, too. My father hid a secret, bore a burden I could only have imagined. He thought only of my family name. He thought of so much more. He thought of our entire nation. I mean to carry on that legacy, to fulfill his last greatest wish. Even if our president was an imposter. Even if the real president is long dead. Even if it takes all my effort, and all my men's effort, Zenfall will rise again. I can't wait to see you there. Like, he was probably the best thing out of the first game that got added. Well, I mean, there's also Kay. I like Kay a lot, too.
I gave up on the whole the winner thing and told everybody to stop calling me dad.
Single tear.
Because I didn't win. My dad did it all for me. I'm gonna start again from scratch. I won't let what he did ruin everything. Pretty soon, I'll be better than him. Better than Edgeworth, so watch out. Now, first order of business, get a new nickname.
There you go. You got a little Eustace there. Well, that was an eventful, to say the least, but we got it done, and the movie's going swimmingly.
I think the murder stories of the gossip magazines might have helped. Big bad man revealed. True man.
I can't do this right now.
Huh? Wait, this is a picture of you, Mr. Powers.
Oh no! What? But why?
Hey, it's not so bad. After all, it'll make people come and see the movie, right?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, poor Will Powers. I very much enjoyed the movie, Sean. It's nothing, Moo. It wasn't even a big part, Moo. The boy who befriended the Torosaurus and Gordy, they don't come any bigger than that. And it was a role that you were born to play. You think, Moo? Well, it would be cool to be in the sequel, I guess, Moo. And I kind of like acting, Moo. Hey, can we pick something up before we head back, Moo? I want to get some lion lilies for my dad, Moo. Of course, and I would buy some too, for Amelie. Oh, we're back with the trio. April 8th, 17 p.m. Prosecutor's building, High Prosecutor's office. Oh my god, I can control the flow again. Thank god.
Phew, it's been a few busy few days, huh, sir?
Like, one case with a very competent judge might be fun to see if they could even handle it. Yeah. Unbelievably so. How did so many important cases all come along at once?
There's never a dull moment when I'm around. Guess I'm just lucky that way.
Wait, so all that stuff happened because of you?
No, Gummy, how could you say that?
And yet, I don't think the good detective is entirely wrong. Well, Kay, what now? Will you be returning to your thieving practice?
Yeah, good question.
What? You're not sure?
How can I put this? I guess I feel like I've been trying to follow in my father's footsteps this whole time, you know? Trying to become a great thief, just like he was.
The Yatagarasu. Oh, the Yatagarasu, at least. Yatagarasu, at least. The series would make the judge the culprit, though. You'd have to break him down to get him to name himself guilty. Without getting into specifics, that has happened already. If it's a time skip, you could have Edgeworth as the judge. Honestly, not surprised. Maybe don't admit to the future theft, Kay.
But watching how this all panned out for you, Mr. Edgeworth, it got me thinking that maybe I need to get out from under his shadow and live my own life too. Just like how you decided not to do the whole attorney thing. It's time to make my own fate.
She's right. After all, nothing thrives in the shade. Well, that's not true, but...
I'm going to be my own hero.
That sounds like an admirable plan indeed. Edgeworth becomes chief prosecutor, for now. Yeah.
I won't be giving up the name, though. Can't not be the Yatagarasu, you know?
Whatever name you pick, you'll always be Kay to us, Kay. And you'll always be a hero.
Aw, thanks, Gummy. You'll always be my Gummy, too.
You bet I will.
I'll be doing my detective thing just as hard as always. So I'll be counting on you, sir.
Yes, I'll be counting on you too, Detective. Just as I've been counting on you these last few days. You've helped us out too many times to mention. I think your next salary review may come as a pleasant surprise. Oh my god, guys! Gumshoe's gonna get a raise! What is this nonsense?
Huh?
This can't be canon. Huh?
Wait, you mean...
What's the matter? I'm saying I'll see to it that you get get paid a little more, Detective. Wait, is this why he never comes back? Use the extra money to move. You might get flavored ramen. That's so sad.
You will? This is unbelievable, sir! No way! Go, Gummy!
It's like a dream come true. I can finally leave the instant noodle life behind. But I don't think I'll be letting you rest on your laurels. Your work won't be getting any easier. I hope you understand that.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. I'll give you everything I got. Just you wait and see.
Fender and Judge Gavin sent me on a new path in life. A path on which I will face down every contradiction the law has to present. The path at whose end lies the ultimate truth. But can I really do this? I'll need to give it some serious thought. It certainly won't be easy. Nonetheless, Mr. Edgeworth, there is another reason I was never truly alone during my lone struggle against the chairman winner. Someone else was with me. Someone other than the goddess.
Of course, Sean!
This clipping gave me more courage than words can express. Simply having it near me gave me hope. When we feel that we are not alone, we can keep going no matter how hard the road ahead. Heh. So that was your secret all along. The strength of your bond with your son. The strength of my bonds.
Oh, I almost forgot!
Oh, what? What is it?
I was trying to find other members for my Yatagarasu team, right?
I do vaguely remember something about that. Yeah, at the end of the first game.
I never even found a single one.
Oh, come on, Kay.
We were gonna be an unstoppable on our quest to steal the truth. So much for that little pipe dream. You're kidding, right? You already have a team. A team that can solve any case in the world cares to throw at it.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess I do. The prosecutor, the detective, and the great thief. Between the three of us, we can hunt down the truth and put it in handcuffs and steal it once and for all.
I can't help feeling a little sorry for the truth in that case.
As long as there's three of us stuck together, we got nothing to fear, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. Nothing at all. My father followed his own path, right to the end. And now, I follow a path of my own making too. But not alone. I have some colorful companions to help me. As long as they're beside me, I won't lose my way. It's a new path, a new me. And I'll be walking it as a prosecutor, not an attorney. My father's path and mine are different. But they're not as separate as they may seem. Though the routes differ, the destination is the same. Because, of course, both end at the truth. Aww. That's cute. These games have a Return of the King length epilogue. The end. Turnabout for the ages. Damn. What a good game. Can't imagine the nightmare scenario where you have Verity as the judge, Edgeworth as the prosecutor, Kay as the assistant, Phoenix as the defense, and Maya as the assistant, and Gumshoe as their go-between. You mean amazing? That's a dream. At least Gumshoe and Kay can both stop existing together after this. Although Gumshoe is at least mentioned in the sequel trilogy. It's true. That I can get why people would call this the best one. I get it. Alright, meds kicked in. I'm dizzy. I'm asleep. See you later. Yeah, I'm gonna end soon anyway, but good night, Donnie. Rest well. The trial would be so exact, they would have to be a second by second. I'm trying to decide if this is my new favorite. I think this is probably the strongest, most consistent game. I think none of the other games interconnect cases as well as this one does. Yes, that's what it is. I don't know if I think that the last case is the strongest, like, final case. But I think as a whole, narrative whole, this is probably the strongest game. And that's pretty impressive. I think every other game has at least one or two cases that I don't like. That is why it loses out for me. That's totally fair. Like, I get that, because I didn't hate the last case. I liked it. But I definitely wasn't as, like, final case feeling, I guess. Simeon just doesn't hang with Dahlia or Von Karma. Yeah, I think that is what it is. Because, like, funnily enough, the winner was kind of like a decent contender to join those, but then he was the boss of the fourth case, and so it just felt really weird to go into the fifth case with, like, the Von Karma-esque person already dealt with, you know? I wish Simeon was more fun at the end. It felt like he just had sold everything. Yeah, I can see that. So, I don't know if this is my favorite game overall. I think it's close. But then again, like, it's not my favorite final case. It's probably my favorite body of the game, though. And I really like the characters they introduced, and I really like Edgeworth's journey. So, the breakdowns in this game are probably the best. They're pretty solid. Like, most of the time when they do the cases here, I didn't feel as like, what do you mean? Although I probably said that a few times because I have no basis for any of the arguments happening. But sometimes Ace Attorney logic is kind of crazy. This is a maybe the best versus favorite situation. I can see that. It's funny too because one of my other favorites, because I think for me, I really like Dual Destinies, weirdly enough. I don't even know if I would necessarily say it's like the strongest overall cases, but for some reason, Dual Destinies really hits it for me. And I would argue that the final villain of that isn't even a particularly great villain either. So, but again, I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate you all joining me for this. I really enjoyed playing this blind with you guys, even if it was probably frustrating sometimes when I was just like, what is happening? Dual Destinies might have the weakest final villain. It's down there. It's almost kind of the point, though. Which, like, I'm not saying, like, is an excuse per se, but, like, I get why it works that way. I'm never gonna do these achievements, but it's funny that they have achievements. Going to see a familiar face in the distance of the bridge in front of the main gate after finding Lance and Mono in the... Oh, okay. That's right next to this one, so I'm guessing there was another Phoenix Wright sighting there. Truth of nature of ladders and step ladders never. No, that was actually good. I just have to be mean. Okay. We're listening to Gumshoe talk in the hallway for when he thinks Jim came from in AA1. For examining Edward's seat while investigating Gumshoe. These are so random. The Blue Badger's daddy? No. Having met the creator of the Blue Badger in front of Gatorland. We should have, like, dropped kicked him. Apollo Justice is a weak overall game for me, but it also has an arguably top villain. Yeah, it's funny how that works, right? Because Apollo Justice is definitely, like, well, okay. Maybe the first Great Ace Attorney is my least favorite game now, but I haven't played Apollo Justice in a while. So I'd have to replay it to know if that for sure. But Apollo Justice is probably the only one I haven't replayed of, like, the OG games. If you can even call it that. Technically it's not, but Blue Badger and Daddy should never be 10 words of each other. Promise 6 and 7? No, don't 6, 7. Why is that here? Did this come out before that, though? Is that just a weird... Apollo Justice is a complete game. I hesitate to say GA1 counts as that. I think it's a coincidence. Okay. Behind each bench, examining all 3 benches in the prosecutorial. Okay, that's so... These are so silly. Thing she says for examining both the swords and the Primaduck statues. Fond memories for examining the signposts in the left-hand side of the spectator area. For pressing every single one of Eustace's statements and forcing him to correct them all. Oh my god! A winner's education. For listening to Emma Sky talk in the storeroom about how her studies abroad are going. Aw, I wish I'd talked to her about that. For saying the worst thing possible to Eustace in his mind chess match? How could you, sir? That's the one where you're trying to hype him up, right? So I guess if you said, like, you suck or something, that's wild. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. This gives me nightmares. Look at this fucker. Just all of these. He's following. He's there. That's from the new Resident Evil game, right? God, the second case was so good with the animals, and the first case was pretty good. His case with his dad, Larry showing us that he could actually draw. The pictures next to each other. Ah, that was so good. Eddie, come back. I miss you already. Wish Resident Evil could be that scary. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like Verity as well. But I think Eddie is the standout character for me. Such a crazy image. Honestly, just by virtue of Gavel and Eddie, that's another argument for this being best game. Yeah. Like, that's an addition of 2 top-tier characters. Yep. That and the work they did with Francisca, because I think she gets a lot of character stuff in these games. Cute. All their character models. Sometimes I'm like, who are these people? Oh god, I forgot about her. God. Oh my god. Oh, that's the old art style. baby Francisca. No old bag in second game. I mean, the offset is that there's a lot of Lotta, but to be fair, I prefer voicing Lotta over voicing old bag, so I'll take it. Hee hee, doggo. I love Missile. Yeah, Verity was great. Eustace did okay. Oh, they give him, like, rotations and everything, too. Cute. Oh, show me the claps. Oh, maybe you don't show them. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm just prolonging things now. I'm just curious what was all in here. You know, they're animals. All right. Well, friends, thanks for joining me. Next week will be a new game. Assuming nothing goes wrong, it will likely to be the start of another Fire Emblem game, as I will be doing a draft with Cress and Sam once more, as I drag them kicking and screaming into it. But yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye for now. Drag them, you fools. Me kicking and screaming. Rest well. Sam is excited for it. Bye-bye.